crypto exchange has just filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and Binance has a major announcement regarding Bitcoin. This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Cody Buffington. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop our latest content. Follow us on Twitter at AltcoinBuzzIO, and as always, this is not financial advice, and we wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Warren Buffett is moving into cash, suggesting he's bracing for a possible collapse in risk-on asset prices. With Bitcoin up 70% year-to-date and correlated with equities, should Bitcoin investors also prepare for a potential stock market crash? Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway dumped $13.3 billion worth of equities and increased exposure in cash and United States Treasuries in Q1. Meanwhile, it channeled $4.4 billion towards purchasing its own stock and $2.9 billion on the shares of other publicly traded companies. The market considers Berkshire Hathaway's performance a key indicator to gauge the U.S. economy's health, given the firm's holdings range from American Railroad to electric utilities and retail businesses. But the 92-year-old investor who has credited the U.S. economy's growth for the success of Berkshire Hathaway in the past is no longer optimistic. Buffett said last weekend at an event that the majority of our businesses will report lower earnings this year than last year. The incredible period for the U.S. economy has been coming to an end for the past 6 months. Berkshire raised its cash reserves by $2 billion to $130.6 billion in Q1 2023, the highest level since the end of 2021 when equities entered a bear cycle. The firm also holds a vast majority of its cash in short-term treasury bills and bank deposits thanks to higher interest rates near 5%. In other words, Buffett is preparing for a potential stock market crash, particularly as the U.S. banking crisis unfolds, with the shares of many banks such as PacWest Bancorp and Western Alliance Bancorp sinking. The increasing possibility of a global recession also risks putting downside pressure on Bitcoin, with its 100-week correlation with the Nasdaq reaching its highest level of around 0.42%. In the short term, there are little expectations from the U.S. Consumer Price Index report on May 10th about easing inflation in April. According to Bloomberg's survey, economists expect core CPI to remain unchanged at around 5%, suggesting more rate hikes are ahead. Deloitte Consulting AG, a subsidiary of the Big Four accounting firm Deloitte, has tapped the Polkadot-based Kilt protocol for digital identity services. Kilt will issue reusable digital credentials for Deloitte Consulting KYC and KYB identity checks, which aim to detect fraud and other criminal activity. Mika Bittarelli, head of Deloitte Managed Services, said, "Digital credentials that are convenient, cost-effective, and secure have the potential to open new digital marketplaces, from e-commerce and DeFi to gaming." Kilt said its digital identity, or DID, could support a variety of additional use cases, including regulatory compliance for banking and DeFi, age verification, private logins, and fundraising. Deloitte has generated $59 billion of revenue in 2022, and it's a welcome boost for the Polkadot ecosystem, which was hammered in the bear market following excitement for its initial batches of parachain auctions. Polkadot tweeted, "Deloitte, the world's largest accounting firm, is the latest major enterprise partner to come to the Polkadot ecosystem. Kilt's tech eliminates existing inefficiencies around KYC and KYB processes that can put consumer data privacy at risk while addressing regulatory compliance for banking and DeFi. Deloitte's customers will be able to store their digital identity credentials in a digital wallet that is managed through a browser extension." The company said that the customer can choose with whom they share their credentials and which data points they make available. Kilt said that many existing KYC certificates are paper-based and are not reusable, resulting in the vast collection and storage of personal information that puts consumer data privacy at risk. Web3 launchpad and advisory company engine starter MENA announced today that it's been granted initial approval by Dubai's Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, or VARA, while it undertakes an in-depth process of applying for a license. With the Middle East and North Africa considered to be a booming Web3 market, Engine Starter is seeking a foothold in the region as it aims to be the premier launchpad and incubator for Web3 metaverse, gaming, and entertainment experiences. Along with operating out of Dubai, the metaverse capital of the world, Engine Starter has ambitious plans to be the go-to provider for Web3 adoption in the region, including the addition of more portfolio projects focusing on impact and sustainable initiatives that complement the UAE's commitment to climate action. Prakash, co-founder and CEO of Engine Starter, said, "This is an important step for Engine Starter, as getting initial approval and continuing with our license application makes clear our commitment to achieving the highest standards of accountability and transparency in the Web3 space. We are committed to conforming to VARA's high standards and know this will only accelerate our growth in the Middle East and beyond." Dubai has been laser-focused on establishing itself as a global hub for Web3. It continues to provide much-needed leadership in terms of regulation and innovation, especially with initiatives such as VARA's own foray into the sandbox. New blockchain game releases are on the rise between Q1 and Q2 this year, and our partners at MetaWorld MyCity by Marblex have incredible potential. Marblex announced the launch of MetaWorld MyCity in mid-April, and the game already supports iOS, Android, and PC users. However, MetaWorld's biggest appeal is its earning opportunities and intriguing graphics. The game's developer Netmarble describes MetaWorld as a metaverse with virtual real estate and building collections. The game features board game mechanics and the opportunity to have virtual lands and buildings in the metaverse. MetaWorld MyCity is a metaverse board game where players engage in real-time competition against other players from all over the world. The game is the sequel to the popular Let's Get Rich, a global IP enjoyed by over 200 million players. Meta World My City boasts virtual buildings and settings based on real-world locations such as Paris, Bangkok, and New York City. Players construct their own virtual buildings to create a city they've always dreamed of, and Meta World My City features unique characters for players to use, each with their own skills. The game also includes tremendous avatar customization options, and one of the highlights of Meta World My City is the inclusion of famous landmarks in the metaverse, such as the Statue of Liberty. Players can choose to invest in virtual homes and structures in the real estate simulator part of the game. Furthermore, they can later develop and resell those structures for a profit. Players can compete to control the good spots on the board in order to win. They can achieve this by reaching the point target or by forcing rivals to pay excessive fees if they land on one of their buildings. Our game testers just shared with us that you can earn up to $500 a week with this game after you've learned the ropes and played it for 1 to 2 months. For more information, check out our dedicated video from yesterday, linked down below. Leading cryptocurrency exchange Binance's NFT marketplace said on Tuesday it's planning to add support for Ordinals or Bitcoin NFTs later in May, opening up even more opportunities for NFT collectors and creators, and further expanding Binance's NFTs multi-chain ecosystem. Binance's NFT marketplace has already announced integrations with a range of networks including BNB Chain, Ethereum, and Polygon, and will be adding Bitcoin in the coming weeks. Bitcoin Ordinals, which launched in January 2023, are a way of creating Bitcoin NFTs by attaching data to individual Satoshis. Satoshis are the smallest denomination of Bitcoin, and the Ordinals protocol allows for each individual Satoshi to be identified and transacted with extra data attached through a process called inscription. This additional data can include text, images, videos, or other content. In addition to Bitcoin Ordinals being added to the Binance NFT marketplace, the update means that Binance users will be able to purchase and trade Bitcoin NFTs directly with their Binance accounts, eliminating the need for a separate Bitcoin wallet that supports inscriptions. Mayer Kamat, head of product at Binance, said, "We want to bring the broadest choice to our users, and Bitcoin is the OG of crypto. We're super excited to bring Bitcoin Ordinals to Binance NFT, and we believe that things are just getting started here and can't wait to see what the future holds in this space." Cryptocurrency trading platform Bittrex has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in the District of Delaware. In a May 8th filing in the United States Bankruptcy Court for the District of Delaware, Bittrex estimated that it had more than 100,000 creditors, between $500 million and $1 billion in assets, and between $500 million and $1 billion in liabilities as part of its bankruptcy proceedings. The declaration followed the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission charging the company and its co-founder and former CEO for securities violations in April. The SEC claimed that Bittrex and Bittrex Global operated an unregistered securities exchange. In October, the exchange also received charges pertaining to bank secrecy violation acts from the U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Asset Control, or OFAC, and the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN, and agreed to pay around $29 million in a settlement. OFAC is the largest creditor listed on Bittrex's bankruptcy filing, with the exchange booking a $24.2 million claim for the office. FinCEN is also listed as a top 50 creditor with a claim of $3.5 million, and the SEC is listed with an undetermined amount of claims. The SEC's enforcement actions and its recent bankruptcy filings comes as Bittrex announced in March that it would wind down its U.S. operations by April 30th, citing continued regulatory uncertainty in the country. Bittrex's bankruptcy is the latest in a line of other crypto exchanges or lending platforms that have also recently filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, including FTX, BlockFi, Celsius, and Voyager Digital. MakerDAO, a decentralized autonomous organization that operates on the Ethereum blockchain and issues the stablecoin DAI, has announced that it's launched the Spark protocol, a lending solution for DAI users. According to the announcement, the first version of the Spark protocol will act as a lending marketplace. The platform is specifically designed for DAI and aims to provide users with access to competitive interest rates. The Spark protocol is also linked to Maker's D3M, or Direct Deposit DAI module, a system that enables interaction between the Maker ecosystem and third-party lending pools. The link between Spark protocol and Maker's D3M seeks to enable users to borrow DAI at more competitive rates with an initial annual rate of just 1.11%. Ultimately, the Spark protocol lending solution promises to enhance MakerDAO's DAI lending capabilities, increase liquidity, offer users improved rates, offer a yield-bearing version of DAI, and improve more liquidity options. That's it for your altcoin buzz news update. I'm your host, Cody Buffington. Thanks for watching.